Stay fresh music.
Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So just over a week ago I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, and going off the feedback, it seems like a ton of you guys really seem to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method in that video that all of you guys can grind out straight away and stack millions. However, some of the methods in that video have now changed or they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys really seem to enjoy it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy this video and you do want to see me cover more epic money and RP methods in the future, all I ask is you show support by dropping a like down below, and feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first method I'm going to be showcasing in this video is how to complete this week's brand new time trial. It only takes 1 minute to complete and will earn you guys a very nice $50,000, so you really have no reason to complain. I guarantee all of you guys will come on straight away and smash this time trial at the park. Now, I would suggest you guys go ahead and use a motorbike for this time trial. There's tons of super fast motorbikes you guys can easily complete this one in, including the Sanctus, the Hakuchu Drag, the Shatoro, but in this video I'm going to keep things mutual. I'm going to use the Batty 801, which only cost around $16,000, so I guarantee all of you guys can at least afford this motorbike. But like I said, if you guys own any of the new faster motorbikes, by all means go ahead and call that one up. I would suggest doing this time trial during the day. However, I go ahead and make things harder for myself just to prove that this challenge is extra easy. I both do it in the night time, which it's harder to see a load of rocks and trees. Plus, I do it when I have a train coming on face first with me, and I still manage to do this time trial straight away. So without having a train and doing it in daylight, it's even easier. So I'm pretty sure 100% of you guys won't have any issues doing this. So once you guys arrive at a time trial, as you can see, you want to have only your back wheel in this little semicircle. So when you start it, you do have a little second advantage. Keep pulling little mini wheelies to increase your speed and head straight onto the train track. As you guys can see, you want to pass this first bridge, you want to pass the second bridge, and then you want to take an immediate right. As you boys can see here, keep on holding down A to increase your speed, or X on the PlayStation. When you take an immediate right, go up this little hill. You want to find this little dirt path right here. Do be careful, there is tons of little rocks on this little thing, which I could barely see, like I said, during night time, and I still managed to do it. I've done this again during the daylight, which I will show you guys after, but you want to keep on just moving left and right in between these rocks, holding down A and slightly doing little mini wheelies every 2 seconds or so. Now once you guys arrive at this big bush, take an immediate left, and then bang, you guys will see the finish line right in front of you, and you guys will earn an insane 51k for literally 40 seconds worth of driving a motorbike. Now, like I did mention in the intro, I have also completed this time trial during the daytime, so I'll quickly play out some music while I play this time trial for you guys, and I'll jump back on the mic in about a minute or so. Okay, so coming in for the second best money making method this week, and that is by playing the new double money and double RP adversary mode known as running back remix. In this game mode, you do have two teams, the running backs and the defenders. Now all of these maps are set along one long stretch of road. Now one team's objective is to get from one end of the map to the other end, and the other team's objective is to basically stop them from reaching the other end, exactly the same way a running back would in American football. So it's a very easy game mode to understand. Now I've got to say, the best way to actually grind money out while playing this game mode is to do it as quick as possible, because all of these rounds are basically going to be comprised of 8 mini rounds which have a maximum time limit of 1 minute, as you guys can see in the bottom right. Now it is extremely easy to win these rounds when you're the offender, especially if you're only playing 2v2s or a 1v1. As you guys can see in this round, I was the running back, and as you guys can see, it's extremely easy. All you have to do is drive from one one end to the other end and simply dodge the enemy very quickly. Just give them the quick left right dummy, and as you guys can see right here, I actually tried to stop right at the end of the finish line just to run down the clock to see if I could earn more money, but the enemy ended up coming smashing into me and made me win the round. So unless you guys are very lucky and you manage to stop the other running back from getting to your end so you can get that little 1 point advantage, you will notice that the majority of these games will go into sudden death, which I will give you guys a massive tip on. Now, as you guys can see in the background gameplay, I actually had this guy stop this time, and I had the most dumbest teammate ended up helping him out and made him complete the win. So I have found that to be the best tactic when you're trying to stop the other team, is to just drive straight on with them and try your luck at having a head-on collision, because if you try and line your car up long ways like I am here on screen, the majority of the time it's going to make it very easy for the enemy just to pass you, whereas this time, as you guys can see, I managed to hit him 1v1 and completely block him off, as the acceleration on the Panto is terrible. So all you guys have to do is try and keep them close to the wall, keep on reversing back and forth, and then you guys should be able to leave with the advantage. Now, unfortunately my capture card messed up a bit there, but you guys get the point. If you're able to hit them with the head-on collision, then it's very easy to trap the Panto in with the car that you're in. So every time he tries to reverse to try and get a bit of acceleration to go left or right, all you guys have to do is try and stay central to him and make sure that you're always keeping the advantage for him towards the wall side, because you could always catch up with him and smash him into the wall again, exactly how I do on screen. And like I said, he only has 1 minute to make it to the end of the maps. As long as you're able to block them off for about 10-20 seconds, you should win the rounds the majority of the time. Now, like I said, that does require a bit of luck and skill, where you do have to hit them head on in order to get the advantage. What you guys will notice is the majority of the games will go to sudden death, especially in the 1v1 games. Now, massive tip I'm going to give you guys to win all of these sudden deaths is to hold down acceleration as soon as the final round finishes, because there is going to be no countdown whatsoever. It's going to start straight away, so you guys want to be holding acceleration so you're able to pummel forward as quick as possible. Now, the second massive advantage I'm going to give you guys is not to move your car left or right. By you guys moving your car left or right, exactly how I just done on screen, will buy you guys some vital milliseconds and make the other player beat you by like half a second, as you guys can clearly see on screen. So what you guys want to do to win these sudden deaths every single time, as you guys can see, is be holding down acceleration as soon as the final round finishes. Now, you guys will be coming on head to head with the opponent. Do not move left or right, because the first person to move left or right is the person that will be losing that round, because by moving your car left or right, like I said, will buy you guys about half a second, which is enough time for the other team to win. So as you guys can see, the player who is more brave and doesn't move out of the way will end up winning these sudden deaths every single time. So just make sure you guys play with some cojones when you actually play this game mode, and the majority of the time you will win very easily. As you guys can see, the majority of these rounds will earn you guys a very nice $16,000 in around 5 minutes or so. However, you guys will be earning the winners round bonus if you're able to win the rounds back to back. So if you was to play a total of 4 rounds and win all of them at 16,000 each, you would be earning more than 64k. It would actually end up being more around 90,000 to 100,000, depending on, like I said, how long it takes you guys to finish the game. Now, I will say you do need one other player to grind this method out with, unless you guys are going to play against randoms. So if you guys don't have that many friends that do play GTA 5 online, do be sure to leave a comment down below with your gamer tag or your PSN, as I've got tons of active members in my community, always up for grinding money out. You might be better off leaving whether or not you've got a mic, as I know certain players only like to play with other guys who've got mics, but I guarantee as long as all of you guys have seen this video, then you'll know what to do straight away. However, moving straight on to the third and final method in this video, and this actually goes hand in hand with method 2, because these new adversary games go so quick. Every time you guys finish a game, you can simply just back out and go ahead and sell one of the most highest selling street cars in the game, which is the Sentinel XS. I'm pretty sure some of you guys might be aware, a few weeks ago I did show you guys how you could spawn in the most expensive car, which was the chrome and gold Dubster 2s. However, that method can be quite tedious and it can be quite annoying because you can't land it every time, whereas with the Sentinel XSs, you guys will be able to spawn these in easily every single time without fail. First thing you guys want to do is be in a free roam session. This could be a public session, invite only session, or a crew session. It doesn't make a difference. Now, once you guys are in a free roam session, you want to wait until the in-game time turns till 9 p.m. or 2100 hours. Now, if you guys aren't aware how to check the time in your game, you can press start and it's usually in the top right, or you can just pull up your in-game phone and it will have it right at the top of your phone. However, once it reaches 9 p.m. in the game, you want to make your way to this point and you basically want to run this route that you can see me tracing. So if you guys start on this corner that you can see me starting on now, you want to drive towards the Eclipse Towers, pass one street, take an immediate left, and take another left, past that street that we just passed again, then take another left, getting back to the corner where we originally started. So it's somewhat of like a mini rectangle. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm running the rectangle that I just showed you guys, passing the Epsilon Tower, which is a pretty well-known spot, so look out for that. You just want to drive up this road and then take another left, going towards the Tequila Lala bar. I can't even say that name to save my life, but this bar that you can see right underneath the billboard, you guys I'm pretty sure would know this bar. You want to take a look in the lane driving away from the Eclipse Towers, and then you guys should notice that I will spawn in a modded Sentinel XS. From here, you just want to park in front of it, jump out, jump in the Sentinel, and literally take it over to any of your owned garages within the game. Now, this is another great thing about this method. If you guys own an apartment at the Eclipse Towers, Del Piero, any of the still apartments, is literally less than a mile drive from the spawn location, so it's very quick. You can just simply go back and keep on getting them, try and stock up as much as you can. However, if the route I just showed you guys isn't spawning them in, then try and drive in the opposite direction of that route I just showed you guys. And as you guys can see now, I'm using a naked dune buggy, so the car really doesn't make a difference. And as you guys can see, a Sentinel XS spawns in yet again. All I have to do is throw the person out and simply go ahead and park it in my garage. Now, this time someone came over to attack me because I was a CEO, and I'm glad they did, so I can show you guys what to do. Now, say if you guys are a CEO or a VIP, and as you guys can see, some random persons came behind me, started shooting at my car. I started to panic because I'm right next to my thing. So what you want to do is quickly pull up your interaction menu, retire your CEO, and quickly enable passive mode. Now, because guys will blow up your car and they can kill you, and they'll probably rob it and just go ahead and sell it for themselves. So as you guys can see, this guy tried it with me and he was very nearly successful at doing so. I'm not gonna lie, this is a big thing because you guys do have to remember the Eclipse Tower is the most owned property within GTA 5. There is always people hanging around this area, so if I was you guys, I would take no risks. Just go on passive mode for a little while until you're stocked up enough that you're happy with. However, as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm using the new Bestia GTS, which is based off the new Ferrari, and as you guys can see, bang, it still spawned in the new Sentinel XS. And like I said, if you guys do want to help out some of your friends or some of your crew members, you can get them in the car as well and get them a version of the car. It's not going to stop them from spawning it in. One little tip I will give you, if you are playing with friends, try and tell them not to hang around in that Tequila Lala bar area. You don't want to have a certain car just parked up on that road because that will prevent it from spawning in. That's the whole reason we run that little route, is so it gives it time to spawn in. As you guys probably know, GTA use somewhat of like a class duplication system where if you're driving a muscle car around, you may notice a load more muscle cars are driving around. That's just the way GTA 5 has been for as long as I can remember, way back on last gen PS2 days. What was it, GTA 3? I can't even remember. However, as I mentioned earlier, you can spawn in a yellow version of this car as well, so I thought I'd show you guys gameplay of this very quickly. And as you guys can see, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this car looks pretty sick. They both come with a very rare and unique looking color that you can't apply from LS Customs. They have a pearlescent over it as well as tinted windows, and a bunch of the features on the car are actually modified already. So you may have noticed like the rims, the exhaust, the bodywork, they are kitted out. So once you guys have got a few of these cars and you've sold them, like I said, you can always keep 2 for yourselves just to show off to your friends. They are pretty nice looking cars, just like the modified Sand King XLs that I showed you guys a few months ago. They also came in blue and yellow. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, I believe this is somewhat of like a mini Easter egg, as Rockstar Games 2 logos, Rockstar Games and Rockstar Games North, are always blue and yellow. They're somewhat of like their little trademark colors. But I was just going to show you guys also, in case your garages do fill up, you can take this car over to any of your own garages and you're able to store it as many times as you like. And just in case you guys don't know, this is one of the highest selling cars in the game. Rockstar Games haven't lowered the sale price. It still does sell for 17.5k. So like I said, if you own at least one 10 car garage, it should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill that up, and that garage will now be worth $175,000, which is extremely good for such an easy and straightforward method. Now I do want to show this to you just quickly of me selling the car in LS Customs. As you guys can see, $17,500. Now the yellow version, it does spawn in a lot less, and you will get like 1,000 less for the yellow version. So if you do have the option to go for either the purple or the yellow, like I said, if you're going to do it for friend, always go for the purple version. Nonetheless, that is going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me including 3 different methods in one video rather than just covering one method. So there's at least one method in this video for all of you guys to grind out and literally stack millions easy. So if this video has helped you guys out in any way, shape or form, and you do want to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you drop a like down below, and also feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.